Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Today we're going to be talking about YouTube algorithm, right? YouTube algorithm is not something that is not a mystery, right? You have to understand what YouTube algorithm is all about as a content creator in order for you to succeed on this YouTube platform. Now, algorithm, I'm going to give you an instance, right? For example, you have your ATM card, right? Your ATM card, and you went to a bank, right, to go and withdraw your money, right? Withdraw cash. Now, when you insert the ATM, right, and you input a command, if you don't have cash, for example, if your balance is $00 or naira as the case may be, and you input a command, right, and ask the ATM to give you 2 naira or $2 as the case may be, the reason why the machine will not give you the money is not any other thing. It's because it has been trained to respond that way if there is a certain outcome, right? Like when the machine has been trained to respond in a certain way under a certain condition, right? So it means that when your balance is lower than the amount you are requesting for, the machine has been trained not to release cash for you, right? So, for example, if you want to log into your account, maybe your email account or your Facebook account or your YouTube account, the machine has been trained to respond in a certain way. For example, if you want to log in to your YouTube account and you did not get the password of your email correctly, the machine has been trained to respond to you and tell you that the email password was incorrect. So that is what algorithm is all about. That is what machine learning is all about, right? So it has been trained to respond in a certain way under a certain condition. So I'm trying to explain this to you for you to understand what YouTube algorithm is about, right? So let's break it down further. Now, you post a video as a content creator, and the way the machine has been trained is to respond to your video in a certain way. For example, if you post your video on YouTube, the algorithm has been trained, for example, to push your content to at least maybe 100 audience, 100 people, right? 100 people. And the way the 100 people are going to respond to the content is going to determine whether your video is going to be pushed to a broader audience. If the audience respond in a certain way, the algorithm is going to interpret all the activities and then do something to your content. And if the audience respond positively, the algorithm has also been trained to push your content to a larger audience. That is just the simplest way of breaking down what YouTube algorithm is all about. So it has been trained to respond to your video in a certain way when there are certain interactions on your content. And for you to get YouTube to push your content to a lot of people, there are few factors that you have to put into consideration. Number one is the engagement, right? The engagement, it starts with thumbnail first, right? Whether as people are scrolling through YouTube feed, whether people are likely going to click to watch what your video is all about or not. So in creating your content, you have to get it right, get your thumbnail right, because that is how do I say it now? Is it's just like a title of a book, right? When you go to a bookstore to buy books, right? You don't have any book in mind, for example, but as you go to the bookstore, the reason why you're going to like there are so many books, probably thousands of books or hundreds of books. The reason why you are going to like try to pick one to check is because of the title. The title is captivating. So that is what thumbnail is all about. Your thumbnail has to be captivating. Your thumbnail has to draw people's attention. So in making people to engage with your video, the first thing that you have to put in mind is make sure that your thumbnail is attention grabbing. Number two is your introduction. What the introduction, like the first 10 seconds or first 5 seconds of the video, what you are going to say, what you are going to say in those maybe first 5 seconds or first 10 seconds will matter a lot. Then the other thing is, as you are creating the content, make sure that you are building it block by block, right? You want to create your content in such a way that the next block keep people on suspense, right? They want to know what next is coming. They want to know what next is coming. So if you explain, for example, number one will make people like the audience eager to know what number two is going to be. And when you are done explaining number two and you are trying to explain number three, they are going to be like eager. They are always waiting to get to the end of the story. So in creating your content, for you to get people's attention or get people to interact with your content to the end, you have to make it more of like a story, right? Make people to want to know what the end of the video is all about. And you don't just have to tell, it's not just a blank story that you tell, is something that has to you have to put value as you go, keep dropping value as you go. So let me give you an instance in the African setting, right? So maybe you have during Christmas or Easter, as the case may be, and then you have a chicken at home, right, during the daytime, and then this chicken is they want to get hold of the chicken so that they will now prepare for Christmas or Easter, as the case may be. But the chicken is just running somewhere and all like that, and things like that. So one of the strategies they use is to like use maybe cereal, maybe guinea corn or millet or something, and they drop it on the floor and into a room, right? So that when the chicken is picking them, eating them from outside, the chicken will get inside, right? So that is something that you should have in mind when you are creating content. Make sure that the audience is enjoying the person you are creating the content for is enjoying the content from the beginning, and next the previous step should usher the person to another step, the next step and all of that. So that is basically what YouTube algorithm is all about. So I do hope that this video explains a little bit of what algorithm YouTube algorithm is all about. So if you're watching this video, I want you to like, subscribe, and comment if you have any question regarding what I've just shared, or maybe a contribution, or maybe, I don't know, just drop it in the comment section. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye for now.